Toffee TV, it's the instant match reaction for FC Twente 0, Everton 3. Friendly over there in Holland. Good run out for some of the lads, well, all of the lads, let's be honest. Pretty young side, well, bit of a mix of a side, to be honest, that started. Some senior players, Gareth Barry, Ashley Williams, Leighton Baines, Stecklenberg, thrown in with a raft of younger players, the likes of Lookman, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, John Joe Kenny, Tom Davies. So a real sort of mix of players, and to be honest, it was, for the first 20 minutes it was a little bit too easy for Everton. They probably could have had 3 goals. Dominic Calvert-Lewin should have scored, Kevin Morales should have scored, Lookman went close a few times, but we're very sloppy. That sharpness that we talk about all the time in pre-season friendlies, that sharpness that you gain from pre-season friendlies. Nice little ground, looked like there was plenty of blues there, looked like it was like on the side of a big park or something. Had a real sort of very early doors pre-season game to feel really good. Twente came into it a little bit, had a couple of chances of their own. Everton caught a little bit flat-footed, but you know, the game sort of tapered off for me going towards the end of the first half, and that's when we scored. Kevin Morales skipped off the left wing, rode a couple of challenges, and threw on in top corner, absolute post this time. Fantastic finish to give Everton the lead at the break. As I said, they've gone close numerous of times. Davies has had one that he put just wide, and Keane had one off a corner, and that probably would have frustrated the manager. Those chances that really you've got to be taking when you're on top, especially against the side that maybe, I don't know, let's say in the European competition next week might be a little bit sharper due to more games and fitness. Got to take those chances. Second half, not many changes to begin the second half. Not like the game against last week against Gormaya. Very few changes. Keane went off for Phil Jagielka. Connolly came on at left back for Leighton Baines, and it wasn't until about the 65th minute that we've seen a raft of changes. Basically everyone on the pitch who hadn't already come off. We've seen the likes of Klassen, Rooney, Dahl, Schneiderlin, Garner, all given a run out. Martina making his Everton debut. They were all got game time, and after about 5 minutes the pace really stepped up. You could see a much better mix of young, old, middle kind of players, and Everton started pushing Twente back a lot, and it was one of those substitutions, Alan Lennon, that came on. Alan, who's, obviously everyone knows he's had his troubles, came on, was on the left wing again, skipped inside, put one right in the corner, took a little deflection that probably aided it going into the corner to make it 2-0, and a little bit later on, Kieran Dahl, edge of the box, absolutely fantastic again, great feet, and smashes one in again, doing absolute wonders for himself. The lad is making a name for himself. 2 great goals in 2 games. He has to keep that up, he has to keep pushing, he has to add to his game. But it was great to see both players score. Wayne Rooney, he had an influence, let's just say. You could just see nice little passes coming off him, nothing really wasted, getting themselves in good positions. He found himself offside and smashed it against the post, but you could see that little bit more quality. I felt Schneiderlin coming deep to pick the ball up, finding Wayne Rooney a few times. Martina getting up and down that right wing a few times, really promising to see him do that, obviously against a lesser opposition, but nice to see him playing in a role, or playing in a way that we want to see. John Joe Kenny had been bombing up the right in the first half. It was nice to see him do the same thing and making things happen. Besic came on as well. He came on at left centre half again. Interesting, he's come on there twice now rather than come on in centre midfield. There's maybe that feel like that could be his position, with a short there at the moment, certainly anyway. Everton, I'm sure, will look to strengthen, but at the moment a little bit short. Then it was just interesting that he hasn't came on in the 2 games in midfield. He's came on at left side of centre back. For me, he's still a little bit short, but it's just interesting that he is there. As I say, didn't put too much of a foot wrong. It's a little bit disappointing that we never got to see Sandro, we never got to see Pickford. I'm sure we'll see them at the weekend when we play Genk. But obviously those players have only had a couple of days training, so you can understand why. But all in all, it was a good run out, and as I say, that last 20 minutes it really sort of stepped it up, and you've seen you've seen a little bit more of a cutting edge with the likes of Rooney, the likes of Lennon, the likes of Dow, just keeping hold of the ball a little bit better. I thought Lookman was great first half. I thought he had a really good half. It was nice to see Morales being a little bit more clinical. But as I say, it was a good run out, another good bit of sharpness. Nice to see us take the step up. Because for me, next week when we play whoever we play in the European competition, we're going to need that cutting edge. Fitness mightn't be as high as them, but we're a better team, so we should have that little bit of cutting edge that should, you'd expect, get us through. And I just thought that was missing in the first half. As I said, Dominic Calvert-Lewin missed a couple of chances, and Lookman had a couple of chances. You've got to be a little bit more clinical, I think. But, you know, it is only a friendly, but it is a friendly with only a week to go for the season to start. That's the difference. You know, if we started the Premier League season and that was our first competitive game, fine. But we've got 2 competitive games before the season starts, and we've got to be on it. And that's the difference this season. That's why we've brought in players earlier. But, you know, that's why they're already in the squad, and that's why they're already looking to get in there and be ready. And we've got to be ready. Our season, as I've said, starts next week, and we've got to be ready to go. And let's hope we are. There's another friendly, as I said, Saturday against Genk, so we'll be looking forward to that, as I say, hoping to see more play, maybe looking to see more of a team that will start. I mean, it'd be interesting to see if that actually happens, or whether he does the same thing. Maybe he'll swap it round. Maybe he'll give the lads who came on for the last half an hour today an hour, and swap it all round and try and keep that level all the way through the squad. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see, because we don't have that many friendlies. So regardless, those players have got to be fit for the Premier League season. So the ones that miss out are going to have to get games, whether that'll be games behind closed doors, which I'm sure they'll do. I'm sure they'll have a couple of games behind closed doors to get that fitness up for those guys. But it's all about next Thursday. It's all about getting them fit, getting the sharpness, and hopefully we'll be ready. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on this game. It is only a friendly, but it's nice to see Everton win 3-0 with a couple of great goals again. Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching Toffee TV, and we'll see you later.